That was rough. So I'm just on the lawnmower back to the car, so I thought I'd take any questions on just how bad that performance was. Did any Spurs player come out with it with any credit whatsoever? I'm not sure. Dele, dreadful. Winks, appalling. Kane, disinterested. Bale looked interested. No one with him to help him. I've got to say, the stadium atmosphere was not turning on Daniel Levy at the end, but just toxic, really, just booing the players off the pitch. And in general, I have to say, the crowd did what they could. But when your team's playing that bad, how can you get behind the team when they're playing that bad? I mean, it's difficult, isn't it? So, yeah, look, I've done my bit. I visited the store. I've been a happy clapper. I've sat there. I've eaten as much of Daniel Levy's free food as I could take, or as he could take. He was begging me to stop in the end. I could see the look he was giving me. It was in his eyes as I destroyed that last pie. But a pretty disappointing afternoon, evening on the pitch. And I suppose I want your thoughts, really. Where do we go from here? What's next for Spurs? What do we need? For me, we need a manager who can really galvanise the players we have got. Because we haven't got, despite popular opinion in that stadium this evening, I don't believe we have players that are not talented. I think we've got talented players, absolutely. Let's go. Call a cam. I think we've absolutely got talented players, but they need a manager who can galvanise them and pick the appropriate team. I mean, Mason tonight, for my money, what he was doing tinkering with a midfield that was almost clicking, I don't know, because I thought personally that we were starting to click, show signs of it in our last win out against Wolves. He obviously didn't play Bale from the beginning. Whether that was because of it was a fitness issue or what, I don't know really, but he certainly got a great ovation when he came on. If that's his last game for Spurs, it's a shame. Lucas says, any thoughts on Harry Kane walking around at the end? Goodbye. I'd say what I said all along, Lucas, is Daniel Levy holds all the cards to this. Doubtful that it is Harry Kane's last game for Spurs. I don't think he'll be going anywhere. I know it's easy after a defeat to get really negative about it and down, but there's no real reason why he'll go unless we get an incredible offer, and I believe he can refuse, which is possible but unlikely in the current climate. So, you know, well, there's Levy at the bus stop there. Taxi for Daniel. Yeah. So, I don't know really. I don't know what's next. What I do know is that was a thoroughly disappointing result after a really good start. Bergwijn's strike was fantastic. He certainly wasn't the worst player on the pitch tonight to get subbed, but subbed he was nonetheless. What do you guys think? What do you think? What should Mason have done? For me, the changes weren't early enough. Leaving it with 18 minutes left on the clock. You know, Steve Sims. Sorry, I thought last game Dele was bang average, but for some reason the faithful saw him as like wearing new clothes, and he forgot to put them on today. Yeah, he wasn't up to much today. That's for sure. He wasn't up to much today, but none of them were. Let's face it, were they? Son should have been off before Bergwijn. Son was terrible. And I've got to be honest, Son has been terrible all day long this last 6 months. He's been really poor. Hopefully Tanganga's didn't see the tackle. Tanganga looked really bad, didn't he? Where I was sitting in the stadium, couldn't really see it that clearly. But obviously he was down for a long time. I heard the scream. He's obviously in a lot of pain. He's either done his ligaments or broken something. Not that I'm a medical expert, but yeah, very sad to see such crap. Lamella and Luca must be first choices. You know what? There's a fair shout in there today, to be honest. Steve Sin's Son's wanted out for months. Again, I don't know about that. What I do know is Son's down to, I think he's got 1 year contract, or is it 2 years after this year? Not long. So he's either in the frame for a move this summer or next. Tanganga was holding his shin, got caught in a scissor action. That sounds, obviously he was down for a long time, looked bad. That sounds really bad. Let's hope he's not too bad. Tanganga's had absolutely no luck whatsoever with injuries. I feel bad for the guy because I actually like Tanganga. I think he's solid. I think he gets stuck in amongst it, but I think he's been proper unlucky with injuries, to be fair. So yeah, not the best. You know, I'd go sniffing for some food now, but to be honest, I've eaten that much. I needed this walk just to clear myself, because I had a pie, a chicken burger, pizza.
Yeah.
I love London. It's the only place in the world where you can be minding your own business and get tooted at like that poor guy was there. So yeah, really shitty luck for Tanganga. Call it for coach. I only call it what I can see, and what I see is glaringly obvious. It's the same as you guys can see. The midfield was absolutely dire. You can't play with Winks and Højbjerg in the same team and do to expect anything other than to invite pressure on yourself. What are you playing at? You know pressure's going to keep coming back. Anyway, there you go. I've bored you all for long enough, so look, I hope you enjoy the videos and the content, the coverage. Follow me on Twitter, Cheese Room OC, and I'll see you all soon. Cheers.